episode of Anthony Fong Fishing. Welcome to Anthony Fong Fishing, episode 1, Rod and Reel Arsenal. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Angela.
And today we are going to be showing you the specific rod and reel combos that we personally use to catch fish in the San Francisco Bay Area and throughout California. This video will be split into two different categories, saltwater and freshwater, and we'll be going through the different species you can expect to catch with each.
Okay, I guess we'll start with freshwater.
Starting with the freshwater, we have a very entry-level beginner combo. This is the Zebco Dock Demon. It is a spin cast push button reel. These are very easy to use. You do not have to know how to fish to use one of these reels. It's that simple. The rod is 3 feet long and it's made fully of fiberglass, so that just means it's basically indestructible. You can bend it, you can drop it, it will not break. This is very compact. You can just throw it in your car in a bag. You won't really know it's there until you use it. You can expect to catch panfish on these, which means bluegill and sunfish.
Okay.
Next up, we have another beginner entry-level model. This is the Bass Pro Shops fish stick, and it is another spin cast push button reel. It means it's very easy to use. It's great for beginners. It has a comfortable handle, so you can hold it for a long period of time and you won't get tired. Obviously from the color you can see it's geared for kids. It is, let's see, 5.5 feet, and you can expect to catch panfish on these, but you can also catch some smaller bass and trout.
Okay.
Next up, we have our last entry-level beginner model.
And then we'll have it for this.
It is another spin cast push button reel, and this is the Ugly Stick GX2 rod and reel combo. This is the pink and black version, mainly geared toward women, and my mom personally uses this combo, and so does my sister. So this is the Ugly Stick GX2 rod, and the GX2 lineup, it is very strong, basically indestructible. It's not fully fiberglass. It has a fiberglass tip, but it is still very strong. It will not break. It takes an insane amount of force to break these. And you can catch panfish with these, you can catch bass, and you can catch trout with this. Next up, we have a step up from the entry-level push button rod and reels. This is a Fluger underspin reel, so that just means that it's basically a push button, but in a more spinning reel fashion. So it is very easy to use. Same ease of use as I would say a push button spin cast reel. The rod that we have paired up with it is a 5-foot Ugly Stick vintage rod. It is fully fiberglass throughout the whole thing, so it will not break. You can beat this day in and day out, and it will stay good. So this is an ultralight setup. What that means is you can catch panfish with it, you can catch bass, but more importantly you can catch trout, because when you're trout fishing you're using light gear and you don't want to spook the fish. Trout are spooked very easily.
It also has a nice, very sensitive tip, so that's pretty good.
Next up, we have my personal freshwater rod and reel combo. This is a spinning reel. It is a Fluger Supreme reel in a 30 size, paired up with a Bass Pro Shops Bionic Blade rod, 6 feet, and I use this to catch everything from sunfish to bass to trout. It's even some catfish and carp too. It's just an overall great combo if you're looking to get on some fish. With that being said, the lightweight reel and lightweight rod pair up very good with each other when you're trout fishing, because when you're trout fishing, you're casting very feather-light baits like a balsa wood rapala or a lightweight fly. Next up, we have a very similar rod and reel combo to that. This is my dad's rod and reel combo. The rod is a Cabela's Fish Eagle 7-foot graphite rod, and it's paired up with a Fluger Supreme reel, the older version in a 4,000 size. The difference between this combo and the one I just showed you is it has a little bit more backbone, so you can get better on those hook sets and you can catch some bigger fish. You can definitely catch trout with this, as always, but you can also catch carp and catfish with this. Lastly, in our freshwater lineup is one for more advanced. If you're more advanced, looking for something a little more complex than the spinning rod and reel combos, this is a Bass Pro Shops Carbon Light 2.0 bait caster combo. So the rod is 7 feet, medium action, medium fast, and the reel is Bass Pro Shops Carbon Light 2.0 bait cast reel. So the bait cast reels, they're a little bit more complicated to learn. They have a bigger learning curve. You get tangled more often, but once you do learn them, they're a breeze to use. So they get much farther distance than the spinning reels and spin cast push button reels, and you have better accuracy. So let me tell you something about the Carbon Light 2.0 rod. So the grip on this is amazing. So it's the same grip that is used on professional golfers' golf clubs, so you know you're getting quality. And it's so light, the whole combo. It's basically, it feels less than a pound, honestly, maybe even half a pound. So that's good for casting all day for bass. That concludes the freshwater portion. So next up we have the saltwater rod and reel combos that we use. So first up we have another entry-level saltwater model. This is the Offshore Angler S Spirit rod and reel combo. It is pink, geared toward women, and so it is a 7-foot rod, medium heavy action, and the reel is an Offshore Angler S Spirit reel in a 5500 size. So this is good for catching mackerel, smelt, anchovies, sardines. Nothing too big though. You're more looking forward those dinner fish. And when you're catching mackerel and smelt on this, it is just so fun because even though it's medium heavy action, the tip is so light. It's very sensitive, it's fun, you feel the fish pull. It's just an overall fun experience.
Yeah, it really is really fun to catch fish since like you just feel that tip going like that.
Next up, we have another spinning rod and reel combo.
Again for saltwater.
So the rod right here is a Mickey rod. It is a custom rod made by Mickey Willis in Sacramento. This was my grandpa's old rod, and it is very stiff. He used this. It was custom made for striped bass fishing in the Sacramento Delta, so you know this thing is built like a tank. The reel that we have paired up with it is a Cast King Kodiak 4,000 size, and what you can expect to catch with this is, aside from striped bass and halibut, you could go jigging with a sabiki for smaller fish like mackerel, smelt, and anchovies.
We've also caught a big halibut on this too, so it really can withstand the weight as well.
Next up, we have another spinning rod and reel combo. This is the Offshore Angler Frigate model. So the rod is 7 feet, heavy fast action. The reel is an Offshore Angler Frigate 6,000 size reel, and it is strong. So the rod is stiff, so you have backbone for hook sets, and you can expect to catch anything from smelts, mackerel, anchovies, all the way to even some bigger striped bass, halibut. You do have that extra backbone in the rod, which makes it nice for fighting the fish. And if you can see, since the handle is outward more, you get more leverage when you're fighting bigger fish, so you can haul them in faster.
And like the pink one, I believe, even though this is heavy, it still can be very sensitive for when you're catching like very fast smelt and mackerel.
Next up is one of the newer models that I have. I haven't caught much on this yet, but I'm looking forward to this summer. So this rod and reel combo, the rod is a Penn Battalion 8-foot rod. It is medium action and it is very stiff for hook sets, but it is very light, so you have fun catching fish on this. The reel that we have paired up with this is a Penn Fierce 2 4,000 size reel. You could go bigger, but honestly, for what we're doing here in the San Francisco Bay Area, you don't need to go bigger. So what you can expect to catch with this is anything from anchovies, smelt mackerel, halibut, striped bass. You can even catch rays on this in the bay. This combo is very light. You can cast lures with it all day. You won't get tired. This is just a very versatile rod and reel combo. You can use it inshore in the surf. You can use it pier fishing and from the jetty even.
Like you said, how it can be used in the surf, that's because it has this nice long butt here, so you can really get a nice good leverage cast out there.
Next up, we have a similar rod and reel combo. You can use it in the jetty, you can use it pier fishing, and you can use it in the surf. This is the Ugly Stick Tiger Elite rod paired with a Cast King Sharky 3 gold reel in a 5,000 size, and the rod is 7 feet heavy. It is an Ugly Stick rod, fiberglass all the way through, so you know it's indestructible. You won't be breaking it anytime soon. You'll have it for a lifetime. So this is a very powerful rod and reel combo despite its size. You can catch bigger fish on this, like rays. You can catch halibut, you can catch striped bass on this, and you can even go jigging for smaller max, smelt, and anchovies as well. This is just an overall great rod and reel combo if you're just looking for a versatile combo that you can use anywhere.
As he said, how it's good for jigging, it's also very sensitive as well, yet still heavy and stiff for catching big fish.
The last two we have up are very big, very heavy rod and reel combos. They're used for big fish. So this is my dad's big fish setup. The rod is a Daiwa beef stick, 10 feet long. It is very heavy, medium heavy action. The reel that we have paired up with it is a Penn Battle 2 in a 5,000 size. You could go bigger, honestly, but the Penn Battle 2 is such a reliable reel with the HT100 drag that you really don't need to. It is very heavy. You do not want to be casting with this all day. This is for bait and weight, which is casting out a big piece of bait for a big fish and just waiting for it to bite. So the last combo that we have is my personal big fish rod and reel combo. So this is very heavy. The rod is an Ugly Stick big water 9-foot rod. It is heavy action, and the reel that we have paired up with it is a Penn Fierce 2 8,000 size live liner reel. So let me tell you about the live liner function. So if normally when you have a normal reel and you're big fish fishing, you have your drag set tight. So when a fish bites and if you're not there, your rod and reel will just get dragged straight into the water and all your money will be gone. So with the live liner function, that alleviates this problem. So right now, I casted out my bait. The drag is tight, as in the same drag that I would catch a fish with and fight it. But I don't want that, because if a big fish comes and eats the bait, my rod and reel goes straight into the water. So what you have here, I flick this switch and the line comes off it very easily, and there's a clicker sound so you know when a fish is biting. So this means that if you're away from your pole and a fish bites, you will be alerted and they will not feel the tension, so they will not drop the bait and get spooked. So they will be pulling out line, and once you come to your rod, you reel, it clicks back and you're fighting it on straight drag, and that's when the hook gets set. So you do not have to set the hook if you're using circle hooks. I only use circle hooks when I'm big fish fishing. It is better for the fish. And basically, when you're circle hook fishing, once you put the tension on the line, the hook sets itself. And I have caught many rays and shark on this rod and reel combo. It is very heavy. The reel is about a little less than 2 pounds, and the rod is the same, so it is very heavy. You do not want to be casting all day with this. That concludes Anthony Fong Fishing Episode 1 Rod and Reel Arsenal. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. It is very much appreciated.
Share, turn on the notifications bell, and it would really help our channel. Thanks
you.
for watching, and tune in next time.